Hello. Hello. Thank you for joining me. All right,
Hi.
everyone. Today on Valenese and Framily, we have the Creative Unicorn.
Yay.
Yay! So, thank you so much for joining us. I would like to take a few moments to talk to you about your brand, about your business, any events you have coming up, and just all the yummy fun stuff that's going on with the Creative Unicorn. So, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are and where you're from.
Okay, well, as she said, I am the owner of Business Creative Unicorn. My name is Kim, or Kim Trinell, or Kimmy T, depending on how long you've known me, because I've had a couple of different names follow me around on social media. I'm from New Orleans. I live in New Orleans now. I am, well, I'll be 39 next year, so in a few months. I'm an awesome mom and also an EMT. But aside from healing people during the day on the boo boo bus, aka the ambulance, I also like to heal through my jewelry, and that's what my business is about. I'm a wire alchemist, and I create wearable art with the use of crystals and stones, and also pieces that for I guess home decor or um, altar pieces. I also do healing kits, and it's a pretty much an unlimited number of things that I do. I have a set um couple of pieces that I usually make, but then every now and then I'll come up with something new. But that's pretty much it. I started doing my jewelry, believe it or not, on a whim. It was not set. This wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. I thought I was going to do my EMT thing and that was it. But
Mhm.
my father passed away in '05 after right before Hurricane Katrina, and I had to go through some of his belongings, and I remember seeing these purple rocks and this other brown looking rock with some weird lines on it and something wrapped in some wire, and I'm like, Dad, what were you doing? Like, what are these rocks? I mean, I knew they weren't rocks from outside, but I didn't know what the hell they were. And I just put them in the box and set them aside. And one day he started going through them and kind of doing a little research. I'm like, okay, this purple rock is called amethyst, but okay, and this is tiger eye, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. And then I started looking into wire wrapping, and I guess he was in the beginning stages of trying to start doing it and never got to it, and I guess I just followed right behind him and started doing my own research. And the business, believe it or not, came about because of a toxic relationship and a past due cable bill.
Oh, wow.
That was
Okay.
the and it's funny because you hear usually, oh, I wanted the best for my family and I wanted to be independent, and of course I did want that, but it was never something that I was able to do because I was always in some unfortunate circumstance, and I
Mhm.
allowed the circumstance to you know
Overcome.
take control of my right. Why you
Yeah.
can't do this? Okay, well, for the 900th time because such and such happened. Like, once I detached myself from that, I was able to, start my business. But I literally started practicing wrapping crystals, and I'll have to send you some pictures later. They were terrible. I mean, them little wire was holding on for dear life to them stones. Like, I was really like trying to get a feel for the craft, and it was just very difficult. And I was in a really crappy relationship, and they weren't helping me with bills. And to avoid any issues, I did whatever I had to do to come up with the money to take care of these bills, whether it was working overtime or, and then I got the idea with the crystals, and I was sitting on the floor in my little den slash studio, like, how am I going to take care of these bills? And the light bulb went off. And I was like, I need to start planning to start my own business. I need to not have these problems. I need to not be, so dependent on other people. Even though I love my job, not even be dependent on my job. I need a secondary source of income. I need something where I can feel like I'm contributing to society, helping people out, and not having to get in my car and go drive to a, a job where I got to sit on an ambulance for 12 hours, which I love to do, but I needed something else. And I sat there and I came up with a plan. I came up with a concept. I came up with a name with the help of a friend of mine. And I just went to work. And I didn't stop until I at least had an Etsy page, which is where I started off at. And it just kind of went up from there. And I've been doing this for going on 4 years.
Oh, okay.
3.5, 4 years. And every year it's some level up. Like I started out, texting friends, hey, look at this cool little piece of, I don't even know what it is. Do you want to buy it? And they were like, of course, you could sell me a toothpick, wrapped in foil, and it's Kim, so I'm gonna buy it.
Right.
And
That's
then,
good to have supportive friends like that.
oh yeah, and I mean, they were few and far between when I first started. I had blood family, tell me, hey, I want you to make me something, and I quote, I'm not gonna pay for it. You're just gonna give
Oh,
it to me. And I was like, I'm sorry, this line has been disconnected and is no longer in service. This is what you're not gonna do. But
right.
I started out with text messages and pictures and friends that live nearby and showing up at the house and I had, and then the Etsy page, and then for I want to say last year before last, I no, I think it was last year. I launched my website, my official website, got off of Etsy, and then I started getting really saturated in, or I guess getting really deep into social media and sharing, and it just kind of went from there. And then the debacle with Facebook happened, and now I'm kind of limited as far as my access to my clients and stuff. And that was one thing that really upset me, because I started a little healing campaign, I guess, just promoting the importance of self-healing, and I started my healing kits and everything. And as soon as I did that, the thing with Facebook happened.
It shut you down.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
I could have gotten mad. I could have, tried to, badmouth Facebook and make a big to do about it, and stop creating just to go off and talk mess about how whatever the heck they're doing. I don't know. They're against me. The world is but I chose
Right.
not to, and it gave me the energy I needed to deal with the little handful of clients that thought I had blocked them. It was a mess. Like, I had people messaging me and emailing me, hey, I don't know what I did wrong, but I guess I did something wrong. Hope your business is well. Good luck. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Come back. I
Right. Like,
didn't block. And I'm
no.
sitting up here looking at, I've never had anything like I have never and would never block anybody for any reason, that especially like business. Like if it's something messy, if you're trying to start mess or something childish, then yeah. Or if you're being real disrespectful and I don't care about your life, I want a crystal now, something crazy, I politely say, hey, look, I hope you find somebody to create for you, but I'm not the one. Good day, and that's it. But I actually had somebody thought I blocked them because they were in the process of wanting me to create something for them, and I got my page got deleted, and they thought that because they didn't order for me in that moment, that I got upset and blocked them. And I was like, why would I do that? That is bad for all kinds of business. Like,
Right.
so I had to clean that up, and I had to sit here and watch this sharp decline of traffic because, if you weren't following my business webpage, I basically fell off the face of the earth. And then people who found me on Instagram were sending me screenshots of the their Facebook inbox, and I didn't exist. It wasn't how someone blocks you while you're messaging them, you'll see the message and it'll say this user, is not able to receive messages or something. They weren't even
Right.
doing that. I was just gone, like
Oh,
wiped off.
wow.
And I'm like, this is so now all I have is my Facebook, business page. But again, I could be bitter and angry and, start a big to do and, whine about it on some other platform. But one of the things that I'd been saying I needed to do was expand outside of social media, because the client base is not just on social media, it's out in the real world. And,
Exactly.
and I had been avoiding it because I had been coming up with awesome excuses. Well, I got to work and I'm a mom and when I get off, I'm creating, and when I'm not creating, I'm asleep. And I guess the universe said, well, guess what? Now you have no choice.
Exactly. It kind of forced you to do what you needed to do all along anyway.
Right, right.
I
And I
get it.
just,
That's happened to me several. It's actually going on with me now. So I
yeah,
totally
right.
understand.
So it was
So you said that you have healing kits. What do your healing kits consist of?
the healing kits vary. They're personalized based on the client, and I energy read. I'm an energy reader, so if you come to me and you want a healing kit to help with focus, and then your cousin calls me and she wants one for the same thing, your kits are going to be very different. But I
Okay.
have ones for grieving. I have ones for, I guess, what's the big one? Anxiety, depression. So I have ones that attract things, and I have ones that help you heal from things, like specific things. Maybe a I don't know, a bad relationship, to help you disconnect from a toxic connection from a family member, or a romantic relationship. And then I have healing kits that help you attract, if you're trying to attract financial abundance, if you're trying to attract um, positive, positive circle, changing your, I guess, motivating, self-motivating energies.
Okay.
It all depends. And on the website, it kind of breaks it down so you can select which one you want. And usually the kits come with two of those things. So you can get one and say, hey, I've just broke up with a toxic partner and I'm trying to heal from that. And I'm trying to, you know, rid myself of anxiety and depression.
Okay. Okay.
So it's, yeah, and it's, everything is customizable. And what else? They usually have candles. There's a crystal of some kind, whether it's wearable or something to put near the work that you're doing, that represents whatever it is that you're trying to attract or repel. um, they have herbs, loose herbs, and I would specify whether or not, and they're organic, so you can consume them, you can burn them, you can
Oh,
put
okay.
them in a bath, like you can do whatever you want. But I may leave it open for the user to do what they want to do with it, or I might specify these herbs need to be burned, in a bowl with sage, blah blah blah. A lot of the kits come with sage bundles as well. Um, and of course an instruction list, and I try to keep it very simple, because all of us, we are all capable of healing ourselves.
I
And
totally agree.
you can go so far as to go outside, grab a handful of dry leaves and a little tea light candle, and write something on a piece of paper. Or you can go get some sage and some crystals, and some, five different colors of candles to represent five different energies. And then you can come up with an orisha, and you can go set it on the altar, and you can listen to some. So it depends. And I try not to, you know, get people, like, I guess, intimidate people, because a lot of my clients, they're not too familiar with the process. Like, I remember when I first started out, I was literally just opening my hand, sticking it out there, and whatever came back, I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna make something happen. I'm gonna, create something. I'm gonna attract something. And I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And then you have people that, make you feel, that intimidate you, that make you feel like, oh well, you can't practice, any kind of healing or anything, because you don't have an orisha picked out, you haven't decided what color you want to, and it's, all of that is not necessary. Like, if you want to do something for yourself to help you become your absolute best self, you have to customize it to fit you.
Right.
You have to do what works for you, because there's people that go to church. That's why um I don't blast or put down any other religions. If there's people that go to church, they get up, they kind of feel blah, they get dressed, they put on their Sunday best, they go to church, and they can walk on water when they get out. That's where you need to go. Then there's people that
Exactly.
they
Exactly.
put on a, yeah. I mean, you got to do what works for you. So when I have these people that reach out to me, I've got people that go to church on Sundays. I've got people that are atheists. I've got people that are metaphysical healers that do their own thing and have their own businesses. I have people that have absolutely no idea what they want to do, where they want to start, and I make sure that I keep it as like not as I mean I don't want to intimidate any of them. I don't want them
Right.
anyone to feel obligated to pick Orishas and colors and stones. And like, I've got
Right.
people that reach out and say, girl, I like the color green. What you got that's green? And then I've got people that say, I want an amethyst stone. Do you have any in stock? And then I got some go, I'm sad. Hook it up. And then I go,
Right.
so it's, and I've got long time clients that will literally say, okay, I'm about to send you X amount of dollars. I want a pendant and a ring, and I know their energy very well, and I send them something that resonates with their energy, and their mind's blown, and my job is done. So it really depends on who it is that I'm creating for, or who I'm creating like the kids for.
I know that we originally met in a
Mm-hmm.
group on Facebook, and I fell in love with your energy, and I just felt like you and I were kind of on the same wavelength, because a lot of people in said group were like literally jumping into spirit.
Oh yeah. Hello.
Something to you.
Oh, but I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. So the
Well,
group that we met in,
Mm-hmm.
I keep the party going. The group that we met in, there were people who were wanting to jump right into spirituality,
Mm-hmm.
or baby witches, or whatever they wanted to be considered, and they wanted to start hexing people. And it's like, okay, is this person really doing something to harm you or your
right.
family, or do you just have an attitude with them, or you're just upset or angry with them? I remember one girl said she put herself in a sour jar, and then she like
Yes.
lost her job and got hit by a car. Like, it was all
Yeah,
kinds of
she wanted to
crazy
see
stuff.
if
And
it
it's
worked
like,
or something.
yeah, it's like, why would you want to bring that type of energy into your own life? Like, it's just
Yeah,
certain things that I don't have to do to find out if it's real or not. Like, I don't have to touch a hot stove to know that I will burn my hand, you know?
exactly.
So,
And then that stuff is iffy. Like that's something you don't, if you want to come in the kitchen and put your hand on the stove to see if it's hot, fine, child, do whatever you want and then call 911 and I'm going to come put a band-aid, but when you start dealing with spirituality, you can't play with that on any
no,
level, whether it's
no.
metaphysical, candle work, herbs, anything. You can't play. You shouldn't. You shouldn't play with it. And my opinion on that is, that's how you know that you're ready, whether or not you're ready. And
Mm-hmm.
the universe knows whether or not you're ready because it happened to me. I had my moment where I was angry and I was ready to just do the absolute worst. And the universe was like, oh, so that's your reason for doing that? Okay, well, here's a little sprinkle of something for you. So now you can focus your attention on this new issue that is going to affect you if you don't address it. So put your little candle and your little herbs down. Leave this person alone. So when we want to attract money and we want to attract a partner and we want to attract peace and we want to heal from toxic relationships and we're not ready to receive those things, this is my opinion, it's not going to work because the universe knows that you're not ready. So for example, let's say that I'm a drug addict and every time I get paid I spend my money on my habit, and I'm always in debt and my bills are never paid and I'm constantly getting evicted and my car is repossessed, and I find out there's a money ritual that the Kreative Unikorn sells, and I hit her up and she talks to me, and I'm not one of them people, like, unless it's something that really sticks out, I'm gonna tell you how the process goes. I'm also going to include, you might want to sit down and just kind of reassess, make sure you're ready to receive this. And, my little high behind, oh, yeah, I'm ready. I need this money so bad, child. Just give me the money kit. I'm ready. So I ordered the
Mm-hmm.
kit from Kreative Unikorn. And let's say it does work and I win the lottery or I get a promotion. I'm going to spend the money. I'm going to smoke it up or shoot it up or
Right.
whatever. I'm not ready. So I'm going to get a little frustrated because I'm going to do this money ritual and it's not going to work. I'm not doing anything wrong, but the universe knows that I do not deserve this money. I'm not ready to
Right.
receive this money because I'm not going to do what I'm supposed to do with it. There may be something. I'm supposed to start a business. I'm supposed to buy a dog. I'm supposed to pay a bill, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to do that. And the universe
I'm going
knows
to
I'm
get high. Yeah.
right. That's right. And you get
Yeah.
some of these people that's like, girl, I need a man, girl. And give me a crystal that's going to, and I don't like, that was one of the conflicts that was in the group with me with some of the members is, yeah, I could go in there and say, all right, who wants money? Me? Okay, buy this. Okay. And now I've got all these people that, giving me their money. So I'm making my little change and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know why it's not working. But here, come buy
Mm-hmm.
another one. Maybe you did something wrong. But
Right.
that's not
Maybe your energy wasn't right.
right. And that's exactly, and that's not serving my
Mm-hmm.
purpose. So I'll get people, all right, I'm trying to do this and that. What I gotta do? Well, first off, before you do any of that, you need to think about this. I'm not trying to hear all that. I want to do da 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 da. And now I'm a bad guy because I'm being negative. And I'm not being
Mm-hmm.
negative. I'm
You're
just
being honest.
right. And you got to be real careful with how you be honest because if you don't, then you're being mean and you're being um
Disrespectful and
disrespectful.
rude.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You get booted and blocked.
Yeah.
That's everybody's
Yeah.
response.
Yeah. No one, unfortunately, we live in a day and age where no one wants to hear the truth. And if you do tell them the truth, I won't lie. Sometimes I don't hear the truth either.
Right.
But I do, once you make things make sense to me,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll apologize and I'll accept what you've said and then I'll reevaluate. I
Right.
just don't shut down completely on people and just like, oh well, forget it, I'm not your friend anymore because you told me about myself and I can't deal with it. Like for the
Right.
most part, we know ourselves.
Right.
And so I I I I I, I hate scammers. I cannot stand
Mm-hmm.
the scam artists. If you don't know what you're doing or if you don't have good intentions when you're taking people's money, then how do you expect for good things to come back to you? I
Right.
just don't I don't believe in getting over on people. I don't believe in shucking and jiving folks. That's just not my thing. Like I had a situation where I was working, I had 3 clients and my intentions were good. I was working out, doing my thing on my end,
Mm-hmm.
and life happened. And so I had to reach out to them and I was like, hey, life got in my way, but I want to let you know that I am going to refund your money. I'm not
Right.
working right now at this time, but I will get your money back to you. And it was 3 women, and they were all understanding. None of them jumped on social media and, tried to dog me out or anything like that because they knew I just didn't take their money and run off with it.
Right.
They knew it had to be something going on with me for me to not do what I said that I was going to do, because for the most part, I do what I say I'm going to do. And I hate it when we get to a point where people are just like, oh, well, it's not working because of something you did. Buy some more.
Right. Right.
Like, wow,
But that goes
crazy.
back to what I was saying. Like you cannot. No good will come of that. No
Mhm.
good will come of trying to scam somebody or take advantage of somebody's ignorance. I'm new to this,
Right.
but there are people out there that as soon as I am new to this, I don't know what I'm doing, and they see dollar signs, and I
They
can't.
pounce on them.
Yeah, I can't function like that. And that's great, but it's frustrating too because it makes it hard for people who are honestly, you know, trying to do this and trying to help people because I mean, you think about it, you're in these groups and I know you saw it, oh my God, girl, I can't deal with this. Such and such is happening. This man and did this, da 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 da. And I even wrote a song about it. It was hilarious. But anyway, but like you get these people that are like this is not working out. I don't know what's wrong. Da 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 da. Girl, you need to light a candle. Girl, you need to buy some vinegar. Girl, you need to do this, and you're gonna be fine. Girl, all you gotta do is this. And then I come in with an actual solution, something that y'all not just click on a link and buy. Like something you can look into, something you can research first.
Right.
And I come across to some of these people that don't understand how it works as, oh, she's sitting up here, prowling through the group looking for somebody asking for help so she can shove her business down their throat or shove her product down their throat. And after a while, I backed off because I'm like, okay, I understand what it looks like. That's not what it is at all. And I did end up helping a few people in that group. And, they were very thankful for the information that I was giving them. And then you get some people that's like, no, I want that information for free. And if you can't give it to me for free, then you must be trying to scam me out of my money. And it's like it's so many layers, and it's very frustrating because we're not talking about I have a headache, okay, buy my Tylenol, but if it's not something that um if it's not something that is immediate, like, we're human, we like instant gratification. if
Mm-hmm.
i'm if I put my key in the ignition and turn it, the car needs to start. If that doesn't happen, we panic immediately. If we put our card in the ATM machine to get money out and we hit send me 40 bucks and we get a receipt about insufficient funds, we're not trying to hear it. We want what we
Mm-hmm.
want right when we want it. And I don't want no explanation of why it didn't work. You know, so when you start dealing with, wear this crystal as a representation of what it is you're trying to accomplish, people don't think like that. They think, wear this crystal and you're going to get your money.
Right.
And it's like,
Right.
and I try to understand that thought process when I'm doing what I'm doing, but sometimes it's hard and it's frustrating for me because I know a lot of people think that way, and you can't, stop them from thinking that way. But it's one of the big reasons why people get frustrated, or it's one of the reasons why people want nothing. Oops, hold on. What is? Hold on. What the hell?
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. I don't know what that was. Hold on. Okay. Oh my God. Hold on.
Okay. Here at Valenese being Framily, we just keep the party going.
I fixed it. I don't know what happened. My computer, I'm sitting next to the computer and it restarts on its own. I'm like, fine, I'll allow that. And then somebody starts talking to me. It's a commercial. Well, no. Okay. Anyway. But yeah.
So, okay. So, with your products, you said you have your crystals, you said you do decor, home decor, and you
Hmm.
have your healing kits as well. Is there anything else that you offer?
Let's see. I've got my wearable jewelry. I guess aside from the wearable jewelry, I mean, that's just what it sounds like. Anything you can probably come up with, like my pendants, earrings, bracelets. There's a couple of different variations of arm wear, um, chokers, crowns, and then as far as the other art that I create that you don't wear, like I make a lot of selenite based pieces. I have daggers that I create for altar pieces and spirit work that a lot of people, or energy work that a lot of my clients do. Um, I also have wands of a couple of different sizes. I have a one of the newest things. I haven't really been promoting it too much, but it's a crescent wreath that has a crystal with it that you can hang on your front door.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So there's a couple of different things, and the healing kits, and the only thing that I'm not really doing too much of right now are my readings, but I do energy readings.
Okay.
That's probably and then my subscription boxes. I forgot about those. I have a excuse me, a monthly subscription box that I offer. I've been offering for several months now. Um, per month, they're like $20. And if you've never signed up, you do the $40
intro fee or registration fee, which includes your welcome kit and whatever the theme is for the month. And it's no contract. There's no auto draft. You can cancel it whenever you want. And for the new year, for people who purchase the monthly subscription box, if you have a friend that you want to get like a mini subscription box with a little gift in it, you know, kind of like a little sneak peek of a smaller version of the actual subscription box that you would be getting, I have that as an add-on option for $10.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, when you purchase it, yeah. So just like a little, you know, hey, look what I got. If you want to get this with more stuff, you know, you can, you know, do the subscription box. So, and then I've got, as far as events are, I've got a big raffle happening, and I'm probably going to be doing another one when the new year starts. I'm going to be raffling off one of my newer. It's called the Empress bracelet,
Oh, okay.
which is like a ring bracelet combo.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, so I just started doing those. Those are on the website too, but I believe the raffle is probably going to be I think it's going to be a $20 entry, and the piece is going to be like it's going to be more than one piece. So it'll be like the bracelet and one of my the goddess bracelet, and I mean Empress bracelet, and one of my chunky pendants, which is like probably a 200 and something dollar value.
Okay. Okay,
So yeah.
great. Well, let everyone know how they can find you. And I really
Okay.
appreciate you coming on with me today for
Okay.
Working Wednesday Entrepreneur and Business Edition with Valenese and Framily. So, everyone, this was Kimmy. Let them know how they can get in touch with the Creative Unicorn, honey.
Well, the easiest way, if you go to my website, the Creative Unicorn LLC.com, and it's creative Kreative Unicorn Unikorn LLC.com. And if you scroll to the very bottom, you'll see my Instagram name, which is the underscore underscore unicorn, and my Facebook business page, which is the Creative Unicorn. I try to keep it consistent. It's kind of long, but that's where you can find me. And I'm slowly but surely trying to make my way back onto Facebook. But as of right now, I'm primarily on Instagram. And then you can email me at creativeunicorn@gmail.com if you have any questions or anything. And definitely want to let you know too, and
Mhm.
there's a big giant end of the year sale going on right now on the website. So if anybody has never, if you've never received anything from me, if I've never created for you and you didn't quite know which direction you wanted to go, whether it was a kit or wearable art or non-wearable art, this is the perfect time, because you could get a really good bang for your buck, and you know, have a couple of different options. And I'm super excited to create for, especially new people. I love creating for new people. My old people, I love them to death. You know, and I know they, send me the emoji eyes. And I'm like, girl, I got you, and I hit them up with something, But I love creating for new people because I love learning more about learning what the rest of the community needs and wants, and I get people that inspire me to come up with new products and all that stuff. So, but yeah, just hit me up. I'm around. My I guess my inbox is always open. I definitely love communicating with people and answering questions to the best of my knowledge. And if I cannot answer questions, I will direct you to somebody who can.
You sound like me because I don't know everything, people. I
Right.
don't know it all, but I will
I
help you figure it out. I'll Google with you. I get with some people who know more than I do, and we'll get you together.
right. We'll
So,
hook it up. Look, like I told you earlier, we're gonna work it out. We're
we
gonna
will
work it
work
out.
it out. We will work it out. Well, I really appreciate you coming on and talking with me. You will be the first person of the year. Woo!
Yay! That's a good
So
way to start it off.
it's really exciting. I'm kicking it off with some good positive juju here, everybody. Be sure to check her out. I will share you on Instagram. I will share you on Facebook. I'll share you on YouTube. I'll share you on Twitter. And what else do I have? Snapchat. So
Snapchat, yeah.
you'll be on all of my social media pages. And of course, the Anchor podcast, along with Google Play and Apple Podcast. So we'll be everywhere, girl. Everywhere.
Okay.
January 1, 2020. Working Wednesday Entrepreneur and Business Edition with Valenese B. If anyone is interested and would like to be on the show, please do not hesitate to contact me at valeneseb@gmail.com. That's VALENESE as in boy at gmail.com. And I am Valenese B all across the board. So that's Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, what else? Everywhere you need me, Valenese B. So thank you again for joining me. You have a wonderful rest of your day and happy holidays to you and yours.
You too. Same to you. Have a good one. Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you all for tuning in to Valenese B and Framily. Peace and love.
Okay.
All right. So the
Well.
group that we met in,
Mm-hmm.
I keep the party going. The group that we met in, there were people who were wanting to jump right into spirituality
Mm-hmm.
or baby witches or whatever they wanted to be considered, and they wanted to start hexing people. And it's like, okay, is this person really doing something to harm you or your
Right.
family, or do you just have an attitude with them, or you're just upset or angry with them? I remember one girl said she put herself in a sour jar, and then she like
Yes.
lost her job and got hit by a car. Like, it was all
Yeah,
kinds of
she wanted to
crazy
see
stuff.
if
And
it
it's
worked
like,
or something.
yeah, it's like, why would you want to bring that type of energy into your own life? Like, it's just
Yeah.
certain things that I don't have to do to find out if it's real or not. Like, I don't have to touch a hot stove to know that I will burn my hand,
Exactly.
So
And then that stuff is iffy. Like that's something you don't, if you want to come in the kitchen and put your hand on the stove to see if it's hot, fine, child, do whatever you want and then call 911 and I'm going to come put a band-aid, but when you start dealing with spirituality, you can't play with that on any
no,
level, whether it's
no.
metaphysical, candle work, herbs, anything. You can't play. You shouldn't play with it. And my opinion on that is, that's how you know that you're ready, whether or not you're ready. And
Mm-hmm.
the universe knows whether or not you're ready, because it happened to me. I had my moment where I was angry and I was ready to just do the absolute worst. And the universe was like, oh, so that's your reason for doing that? Okay, well, here's a little sprinkle of something for you. So now you can focus your attention on this new issue that is going to affect you if you don't address it. So put your little candle and your little herbs down. Leave this person alone. So when we want to attract money and we want to attract a partner and we want to attract peace and we want to heal from toxic relationships and we're not ready to receive those things, this is my opinion, it's not going to work, because the universe knows that you're not ready. So for example, let's say that I'm a drug addict and every time I get paid I spend my money on my habit, and I'm always in debt and my bills are never paid and I'm constantly getting evicted and my car is repossessed, and I find out there's a money ritual that the Kreative Unikorn sells, and I hit her up and she talks to me, and I'm not one of them people, like, unless it's something that really sticks out, I'm gonna tell you how the process goes. I'm also going to include, you might want to sit down and just kind of reassess, make sure you're ready to receive this. And, my little high behind, oh, yeah, I'm ready. I need this money so bad, child. Just give me the money kit. I'm ready. So I ordered the
Mm-hmm.
kit from Kreative Unikorn. And let's say it does work and I win the lottery or I get